Everybody ready? Let's talk about.
What's up, you guys? It's your girl Janae, and I'm back with another one. So, I just want to talk about the Tory Lanez situation real quick. And I just feel like anybody that's happy that his motion for a new trial has been denied, I just want y'all to feel like all the black men in America, black people on the whole, you need to understand that and it's been happening, but now it's just getting more and more blatant. This man's DNA was not on the firearm. It's been inconclusive because they stopped the tests before it was completed, so it came back inconclusive. If y'all feel like this is a win, you've got to be kidding me. Okay? A lot of things that Malaga Graham said, and I'm gonna bring up a clip with her talking about how so much things is connected to Rock Nation. And it's just like, how is this happening? He's a black man, and to me, he's innocent. I don't think he did what they said he did. And another black man going to jail for, to me, nonsense. I don't rock with that. But listen to what Malago Grams was saying and how they connected the dots. And y'all tell me if y'all still think something ain't suspicious. Okay? What's up, you guys? It's your girl Janae, and I'm back with another one. So I just want to talk about the Tory Lanez situation real quick. And I just feel like anybody that's happy that his motion for a new trial has been denied, I just want y'all to feel like all the black men. All right, y'all. So I'm going to skip through a couple of places. Bear with me because I did not write down the timestamps. Forgive me. But just listen to some of the key things that's being said. And tell me if y'all don't find these things to be suspicious. All right, y'all. So I'm going to skip through a couple of places. Bear with me because I did not write down the timestamps. Forgive me. But just listen to.
They recovered. Today is Saturday, so about 2 days ago. Jose Baez, who was representing Tory, came forward and he posted this. He said mistaken eyewitness identifications contributed to approximately 69% of the more than 375 wrongful convictions in the United States overturned by post-conviction DNA evidence. Then he tagged Tory, say free Tory. He said this is why the DNA that excluded Tory Lanez must be heard by a jury. It's a farce that someone who fires a gun 5 times and when it's immediately recovered doesn't leave DNA. So somebody hit me up and they said, would wiping a gun, get the DNA off? And I need everybody to.
So y'all hear, his DNA was not found on there. Not found on there. Okay? So let's go to another clip of what she's talking about. Let me see.
That initially you saw the 2 girls fighting? Sean Kelly said, I did, yes.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me take it back a little bit. Her fingers be going, boy.
What is exculpatory evidence? And I want an example. And here we go. And you can pull this up on your own. Don't ever take what I said, verbatim. Go do your own research. What are some examples of exculpatory evidence? So, for example, and this is very basic. If the defendant, a tall male with short hair, is charged with a bank robbery, and there's a video of that same robbery that shows the perpetrator is in fact a female with short, long hair, then the video will be exculpatory evidence because it negates the defendant's guilt. If there is anything that exists that can black and white, contradict what it is that's been presented, then babe, we cannot use this. So if you have, an analysis that's come back that says that DNA is not present on this gun from this person, then how in the hell did Kelsey see him jump to the front seat and fire shots? How in the hell did Megan see him in the back seat firing shots? And how in the hell did Sean Kelly see him firing into the air? Exactly. And that's why it's important.
So again, his DNA was not on the gun, but yet he's been convicted of it. If it's not on the gun, how can I be convicted of something? So this is part of the reason why I say, people cheering on. A lot of things in this case was just botched and it's not being looked at. And I think a lot of things are being covered up. Why? I don't know. Is it because he was? Is it because he's independent and he didn't want to sign with anybody? Who knows? But let me see if I can find another clip. What she talking about? Hold on, y'all.
But I mean, if you compare the DNA results to the other testimony, babe, that's not logical. It's not possible. And we know that it's a lie anyway, because where does the fight factor into that? Did he immediately get out the car and start shooting, or were y'all fighting? Because before shots went off, the only witness present said he saw a fight. So, moving along. Matthew Barhoma came forward, and he said, one thing that never made any sense to me about the Tory Lanez case is that eyewitness testimony says he didn't shoot. And this is why the proper DNA evidence needs to be presented to an untainted jury. When you say untainted, tainted in what way? The person that posted it is followed by Tory Lanez, okay? And the lawyer.
Okay, so these are statements that were made while the trial was going on. So tell me what y'all think about this.
Which is what made me perk up. So it wasn't just a random Tom, Dick, and Harry on Instagram that said it. It was somebody that's, that has relationships with certain people. So it piqued my interest for sure. And then they said, and who purchased Sean Kelly's home? If you're just not listening and you're not aware, Sean Kelly's home was sold a few months after, you know what I'm saying, the incident happened. I think his home sold within 90 days. You guys, how hard is it to sell a house in this economy? Shut up. That was quick. So, Sean Kelly's home has been sold. That's a fact. So, let's go ahead and get into what was sold to the police. Question. Okay. And did you state that initially you saw the two girls fighting? I did, yes. Did you say that after you saw the two girls fighting, you saw one of the girls shoot? I believe so. And thereafter, did you say that the shorter guy got involved at that point trying to take the gun away? Yeah. Did you state that after the shooting took place, the shorter guy was trying to take the gun from the person who did the shooting? Eventually, they get to the answer, yes. And then I wanted to just highlight again, after you saw the female shoot, what happened? And he explained. Okay, and when you said that, didn't you say that you saw my client appear to try to take the gun from her? Did you say that? Sean Kelly said yes, and they were all fighting. So I just assumed he grabbed the gun.
So there you go again. The witness said the female shot the gun. So how did Tory Lanez get the gun? He never seen Tory with the gun. He just assumed. This case was so jacked up, and I think Tory's being railroaded. I mean, Megan, her and Kelsey's story done changed several times, and you can't believe none of this. I just think that they want this man to go to jail, and I don't think that's right. Anybody that think this is right, y'all got a sad thing coming, because they continue to keep black people down, lock black people up for no reason, and this is going to be another case, because I honestly don't believe this man did what they said he did. But let's continue.
Do you know who Shamar is? There's something called doxing that happens online, where people go and look into you.
This is what went down with that chick. Y'all know who Megan Cuniff is, right? That chick that's writing. Listen to this hot mess.
They put it online to, call themselves exposing you. And so, she's not aware of the culture, basically. And she thought that she could just sit up and run her mouth and talk down on everybody, but nobody ever gonna wonder about who the fuck she was and where she came from. Well, the people got tired of it, and they went and looked into her. This information has not been confirmed, and it is public record, so it's nothing hidden. You can go to Oregon, and you can go to the website that they have to look up, charges and shit like that people have in the state. And so that's what someone did, and they got a hit on someone with the same name, okay? And so, for example, you see this right here. Megan Cuniff, is this you? Are you a drunker for real? Is that why you moved to California to turn a new leaf? Is that why you're in favor of Meg Thee Stallion? Because you see in her, because you see yourself in her, being that she's an alcoholic as well.
Child, Megan Cuniff is an alcoholic, allegedly. Ooh-wee.
And so Megan MacArthur Cuniff is a very, very, uncommon name. And so do I have every reason to believe it's her? Yes. And what did people find? Well, they found that she had multiple charges over the course of years. The last run-in with police was May of last year, actually. 1 year anniversary, girl. Congratulations. And, craziest thing. All types of, just traffic violations. But the interesting thing to me were the alleged DUIs and DWIs. And I have to say alleged because I don't know if this is her. But Megan MacArthur Cuniff listed here, as you can see on the screen, has multiple DWI and DUI, situations. There was even a charge for possession of a controlled substance.
So if that is Megan Cuniff, oh girl be getting lit, and then she want to talk about black folks coming to the circus and all kind of nonsense she been spewing.
So people, I don't know if them all her charges. But bitch, that's what the people have pulled up. Okay? So let's just go take a look at the internet, because I'm not telling no lies. Let's get into it. They say, Megan, is this you? And Megan hasn't come out and denied it either. They said since she's so worried about Tory, they pulled her shit up. Stay out of black people business. You don't go here. They said, for those of you that may be confused about what the streets are saying about Megan being a drunk crackhead, here are the screenshots. Take a look. Refusal to take a test for the breathalyzer, for the alcohol, and peed in traffic, failure to drive within a lane, possession of a controlled substance, careless driving. So this is where the shit is coming from. They said, oh, so this is why she's a freelance journalist. Oh, let's go ahead and get into some more tea. Baby, answer this question for me. Who does Megan work for? Let me wait on your answer.
And keep in mind, there's a lot of people, even people on YouTube that you be hearing. When people dox people on YouTube, you be hearing that they've been in jail for X, Y, and Z and la-di-di, la-di-da. And they end up coming on YouTube because you don't need a boss. You work for yourself. So it is plausible that she's a freelance journalist because she have those charges and no reputable outlet would, hire her. So it makes sense.
Let me wait on your answer. Who does she work for? Non-traffic violations, a DUI, and a substance charge. But you want to act like you better than everybody else. Child free, Tory Lanez. I know that's right. So everybody that's confronted her with this information, baby, she ain't said a word. And you see that she's sitting up here talking about a whole bunch of other shit. It's gonna be crazy going into Tuesday, and then, oh, I got other stuff to worry about. Yeah, I bet you do. That'll teach them.
All right, so let me see when she talk about Rock Nation.
That'll teach them.
Let's see.
Because back to my original question, who does she work for?
Was a teacher.
Okay, so let's.
Now, as it pertains to the assistant surgeon, we've had conversations about the misspelling of his name. The people say, it could be misspelled in the system. Who knows? Maybe that's not a smoking gun. But I want to direct your attention to something else. Everybody, take a look on your screen. Do you see Cedars-Sinai in the top left? Directly under, you see 7/12/2020. Up under that, you see operative and anesthesia notes. And then you see operative report. And then you see Milton, is that supposed to say Tim? Milton Tim Little, MD. Do you see that? Scroll down. Do you see attending surgeon Milton Little? Milton Little. You see it? Okay. So I want you to keep that name in mind. The people wanted to know, who is Milton Little? Okay? And so the first thing was to put a name to the face. And so they went and pulled him up. And this is him on the Cedars-Sinai website. Okay? And so Milton T. Little, MD.
So once again, this is the surgeon that allegedly removed the bullet fragments from Megan's foot when she went into the emergency room. All right, so y'all pay attention now.
And so it absolutely, feels like, okay, this is the right person. This is him. So remember his face. You know his name, and now you know his face. You see it? All right, commit it to memory. And let's go ahead and get into something that Milton said. So he had done an interview on YouTube a year ago. And he said something. Take a listen.
Combination, right? So I come from a family. My mom's a retired principal now, but she was a teacher forever. Mm-hmm. My mom's mom was a teacher. My dad's mother was a teacher. One of my aunts a teacher. My dad he works for a nonprofit, so he now works for the United Way in Atlanta.
My dad works for the United Way in Atlanta.
Okay, so this part is the good part here. Now listen, you see how you gotta, the internet don't play. Black folks don't play. When they want to be nosy, they gonna be nosy, and they gonna dig and dig and dig until they find what they find. Child.
That's what he said. And the people said, I thought it was called Cedar Sinai or Cedar. Or Cedar. Y'all want to get into the name? The name of the hospital is Cedars Sinai with an S. Yes. So that was Milton Little. You agree? The man in that video footage, he looks like the man here?
Yes. I think so.
And that's the man who works at the hospital, whose name is on the paperwork. And he said that his father works for a nonprofit, United Way. That's what he said? Okay. Let's move on. Now, who is his daddy? Like, can we get eyes on his daddy? And I'm sure that we can. This is the internet. So here he goes. Doesn't he look just like his father? So, Black history close to home. Our president and CEO, Milton J. Little, had the honor of sitting down with Conchita Robinson, their very first chair of United Way AAP. The dialogue included Robinson's leadership experience and a pathway forward to the continued success of AAP and beyond. So the woman is not his mama. That's Miss Robinson. But the man is his father. And you can see that Milton Little Jr. retweeted it. So that's his daddy, and he's acknowledging where he works. So we know that all those dots are connected. Okay, so the next question was, do they have any affiliation with Rock Nation?
Here go Rock Nation again. Jaguar Wright done told you about that daggone Rock Nation. They everywhere.
And so people start to cross-reference. And so what do they find? They find multiple things. Jay-Z talks United Way benefit concert back in 2012. Okay. Let's pull up something else. We have this write-up that was done. Okay? It says, go to that last paragraph. Tickets for the United Way benefit concert will be sold mostly to wealthier individuals and private philanthropists. So they mentioned, United Way. Okay. And that was for a benefit concert that had to do with Rock Nation. And then if we go to Megan Thee Stallion's website, okay, United Way is listed. United Way helpline, called 211 Texas. So, okay, United Way there. But that's not the question. The question is not, is United Way affiliated with Rock Nation? The question is, can you find anything that ties Milton Little or his family to Rock Nation? And so once that question was posed and people looked into it, this is what they found. Okay? I'm just pulling it up for you. They found a direct quote. And this is from 2019. United Way of Greater Atlanta. And we know that his father is the president of the Atlanta chapter, correct? What Beyonce said all those years ago remains undeniable. Girls run the world. That came from Milton J. Little, our CEO and member of the Beehive. # Women United ATL.
Child. Yes, when I say all you gotta do is have time and be able to connect some dots, this sucker getting a dive.
So you're a fan, and your company, your nonprofit, whatever, your organization, has had ties to Rock Nation and Beyonce and Jay-Z for years. And you're a member of the Beehive and all of that shit. So, okay. Let's go back to the damn exhibit. Exhibit 36 it was, yes. when we're working with a case where backdoor deals, and the idea of backdoor deals are being thrown out, are we going to accept this as a coincidence? Did it just so happen that one night Megan gets hurt and she just so happened to be treated by the son of the man who has ties with Rock Nation? That's a coincidence? The bullet fragments are nowhere to be found. Y'all remember that, correct? Just sit with this information, okay?
Now, I'm not saying that's a smoking gun or anything like that for this case, but there's too many inconsistencies going on, and I don't like it. And I just believe that this guy's getting railroad. Rock Nation has a lot to do with certain things, because remember when Sean Holly first went up there, the witness, he was talking to Rock Nation. He was talking to Megan's lawyers, the prosecutors. He's not, if he's there for the defendant, why is he talking to the prosecutors? And then his whole story changed. Again, I say to y'all, if y'all feel like this is justice that's been served to Tory, just think about your sons, your husbands, your brothers, your cousins, even the female. Shoot, it's not just black men, it's black anybody. Just think about the injustice that's going to happen.
I think that based on the fact that that exists at all, babe, we got to look at this a whole different way. This is something else that I feel like, babe, come on now. Come on. Because at the end of the day, when you have people with millions of dollars and missing bullet fragments and, conflicting stories and uncooperative police officers, and we can find a tie, babe, that has got to mean something. And I'm not finna sit up here and play crazy with these fucking people. How in the hell did y'all lose the bullet fragments? Did you ever take bullet fragments out that girl fucking foot? Because what happens to the gunshot story if there were never bullet fragments? Exactly. It doesn't exist. So if we don't have bullet fragments to show, all we have is a story. And all we need is people to stick to it. And that's what they did. And they manipulated the media. And they manipulated the jury. And that's why that man is in jail right now. So what I want to say is, I don't know what's going to happen Monday. But I'm getting my ass on a plank.
So again, I know I'm beating a dead horse, but I don't think that man is guilty. I think he got railroaded, and I think it was a whole lot of shady stuff going on. Why? I don't know. But Megan Thee Stallion, that is, if she's able to walk away, and I'm quite sure something's going to come up. At some point in time, something's going to come up to where she's being proven that it didn't go down the way she said it did. I feel bad for Tory that he can get sentenced on June 13th, I believe. But I think he could go to another court to have it appealed again. So we'll see how that goes. But like they said today, which is May 9th, as of now, they're not accepting his retrial. So they're putting it that he's going to be sentenced on June 13th. So we'll see, and we'll stick around and see what happens. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Peace.